Hey guys, welcome back to another video over here on the Chinese Zodiac and horoscopes. Today we're going to be doing a reading for you guys born in the year of the snake, because it is of course Karmic Wednesdays. So welcome back all my snake friends. Let's give these a shuffle up and see what we got for you on this Karmic Wednesday. Because of course the dragon and the snake are the karmic signs, and if you want to know more about that, hit that subscribe button. I also must thank all the people that have already subscribed, because we're at 300 now, which is fantastic. So thank you very much for everybody that has hit that subscribe button. And if you haven't, then do so. Show some love. Right, let's move these around. Let's see what we've got. Let's stop about there. Let's take that one from the bottom. That one from the middle, that one from the top. What have we got? Okay, looking good, snakes, looking good. As I've always said though, white isn't always all right, black isn't always an attack. But when you got three positives like this, it's hard not to be positive. And I think you should be. I think this is a good spread, but we'll find out, won't we? We got a catalyst card there, the white catalyst card. That's interesting because the dragons have just had the white rabbit card as well. And I think in the first time ever of doing these readings, I have pulled out the same card twice, especially the first card. This is the first time in all the months that I've been doing this, and all the videos and all the crappy shuffling that I've been doing. This is the first time that I've ever pulled out two cards that are the same, back to back. And I find it quite funny, because it's both the karmic signs. So we're going through a shift here, my lovely snake people. We have a catalyst card that is meaning something is going to happen, and it's supposed to happen like this. It's supposed to be this way, and it's very quick. It will come in rather quickly, and it may take you by surprise. It may not be something that you're expecting, but it's not all doom and gloom, because there's no great animosity between the rabbit and the snake. They're both quite self-contained, and I mean, okay, their relationship may only be about, you know, lukewarm-ish, but it's not bad. So this is good. This is a good change. It's a shift. It's pushing you forward. You're moving forward, which is good. I think right now, this is a time to look at your goals, where you're headed, what you're doing, what you're focusing on. Just think ahead, I think, because you are a pre-planner, you're a thinker, you like your lists, you like organization, you like to know where you're at. And I think as you move forward from this shift, reorganizing, reshuffling, that's what you're going to have to look at doing. You're going to have to look into that, because as you move forward with this, and as you start to move onwards, your lists or your pre-planning is what's going to help you and have that sort of like stepping stone effect, where one will lead to another, or a ladder. As you go up the ladder, you can't just jump from one place to another. You have to use the rungs. You have to do it properly, step by step, inch by inch, and every inch is progress. That rabbit is a good card. I think right now, your goals or what you're wanting to accomplish, this is what you do need to focus on. You know, make a list, you know, start making some plans around how we can achieve these goals and what you need to get to those. We've got another catalyst card here. So this change, if you want to know more about the catalyst cards, hit that subscribe button. But what we're seeing here is a fracture. And that fracture is now getting more change, more slower, uncomfortable changes for you. This is your conflict card, the pig. And that conflict card is one that's probably like the worst card you could get, but it's not that bad when you're a snake or a pig, because you just stay out of each other's way. You know, you just stay out of each other's way. You don't really mingle. So there's never really time there tempers flare, or things like the incompatibility come out and create conflict. It is a catalyst card, which is a change. So that rabbit card is pushing through. It's going to fracture off. More change is going to happen. It's not going to be great, probably because you've just gone through this change. See, the rabbit change is very quick. It's very swift. It's very sort of come in really, really fast. The pig is very slow, and that's why you don't trust it. You find it suspicious. You don't necessarily like the fact that it's coming in as slow as it does. You know, you're not going to appreciate it, if that makes sense. I think right now you are going to be uncomfortable, suspicious, untrusting because of this change. When things change, it upsets the balance, it upsets the energy, it makes a shift, it creates things. Now, it doesn't mean it's a bad thing, it just means that everything is different. And just like being, you know, in a new job or in a new building that you've never been in before, or a new town that you've never driven through before, it's a little bit overwhelming when you don't know where you're going and you're overstimulated and you're just sort of like, you know, not confused or, you know, lost in a sense of, you know, you don't actually know what you're doing. It's more, it feels uncomfortable. It's you not really knowing your way around and just feeling a little bit, you know, out of place. And that's kind of what we're looking at, is this sort of like out of place moment, or this sort of uncomfortability that you're going through. But it is a slow change, so you will have time to adapt. You will have time to move and shift with it. And I think right now what you need to look at doing is embracing these new things. You know, have some optimism with it. Have a sense of adventure. Have a sort of, try and have a, I guess, a non-skeptical approach to things. Because that's kind of what we're looking at now, is this sort of skepticism where you don't trust that these changes are good, or, you know, you're unsure of how it's going to be. Because if you are a thinker, as you are, and you were to think all the time about how things are going to happen and your expectations are built up, and then change comes in and you think, oh, well, I kind of saw that one coming, but then more change happens because of that. You're like, oh, well, I didn't anticipate that. You have to adapt and you have to move quicker, and that's not your forte. Not to say that, you know, you're not very smart and intelligent and stuff. It's just you take your time. So you can't think quickly off the bat, not like a rooster or, you know, other signs perhaps, but you think slower because you take it all in. You're one of the best thinkers there are. And it's because you take your time. You think things through and you're thorough with it. You're very thorough with it. And because of that, thinking through this, you're already weighing up the pros and cons of it all. And just to top it off, in that untrustworthy, suspicious kind of place, we've then got the tiger. And that tiger is, again, a suspicious kind of relationship, a non-trusting relationship between the snake and the tiger. It's emotional as well. I mean, they're all in the positive. There's all this positivity, yes. But we've got a couple of cards there that you're just not compatible with. The tiger being one of them. The pig definitely being one of them. Right now, you've got a place of suspicion, a place of uncertainty, a place where you aren't entirely sure what's going on, you're feeling a little bit uncomfortable, you're seeing all these changes, you're not trusting it, you're a bit suspicious with it, but you're kind of like excited about it as well, because you want to see how things pan out. You want to see how things go. You want to see how things are. You're thinking, well, actually, okay, let's move in with this, because you're not a coward, you're just a deep thinker. And this will affect you emotionally. And I think it's going to affect you emotionally in kind of an up and down way. And then you're going to start to, I suppose, in some ways, be a bit more competitive and unsympathetic when it comes to, you know, moving forward from this. It's like the starting gun has gone off and you're a little bit slow to, you know, take off. Everybody's sprinting. You're at the back, taking it slow. And then you start to get your groove on. You start to warm up. You're going to start to move forward. You're going to start to fit into it and enjoy it a bit more. Emotionally, and this isn't a bad thing when I say emotionally, because emotionally can be, oh, you're being emotional. No, we're talking about emotions, happiness or sadness or excitement or, you know, anything really in an emotional sense. So from this, in a positive way, although you're not trusting it, even though you're suspicious of it, it is pushing you forward to, you know, embrace that change, and you're going to be emotionally invested into it in the end. As we start to shift forward, as we start to move on through this. The tiger and the snake are also very different in a way that the tiger is a talker and the snake is the thinker. So the tiger will talk, while the snake is think. And as you take your time to deep think things, and as you take your time to move in with this and think things through, don't forget to communicate. Don't forget to tell people and talk to people about what you're doing and what you're going through and how you're feeling about things. Because that's the only way that we can keep our, you know, our friends in the loop, or those closest to you in the loop, so that they don't feel pushed away, so they don't feel, I guess in some ways, neglected as you go through this. We'll find out how you get on with that, won't we, next week when we come back and do another reading for you guys born in the year of the snake. I'll be back hopefully tomorrow with a reading for the sheep and the horse. If you're interested, I'll see you then. If not, then I'll see you next week for you guys on Karmic Wednesday. Thanks for watching. Love and peace.